Hello, my name is Maarten Vanneste. I'm here in my capacity as Dr. Meeting Design at the Meeting Design Lab at the Meeting Show in London 2017. I'm here with Roy Sheppard. Hi Roy.
Hi.
Welcome to the Video Corner, and we're going to talk about the difference between an MC and a facilitator. So tell us in a nutshell, what is the difference?
I think it's a very big difference actually, especially when you're coming to events. A Master of Ceremonies or an MC is someone who is very often scripted, they're given a very formal role if you like, whereas a facilitator or a moderator, those two words are basically the same for the purposes of conferences. They're people who are normally brought in early in the design stage to find out what are the desired outcomes for your event, what are the issues, what are the challenges that you want to have discussed in a constructive way. So it's not about having a script, but a facilitator is somebody that's going to help you achieve your outcome for the event, and that can be achieved in a number of different ways.
Okay, so I'm assuming that a facilitator needs a good briefing. So how do you do that?
All right, as a meeting planner, you need to be very clear about what it is that you're trying to achieve with the event. A good facilitator will help you clarify that, which is why you need to talk to them earlier. And you really do need to help the facilitator understand what the challenges are that the audience is facing, because whenever I work as a facilitator, I say I'm the conscience of the audience. So you want the audience to feel that you really do understand what their life is like, whether it's in their company, in their organization, the industry or whatever. So by helping the facilitator understand the context for the meeting, where the pain points are, what the audience is afraid of, anxious of, or excited about. Those are the things that you start with in order to have a more structured dialogue or conversation during the course of the event.
Okay, so the facilitator is more somebody that works with the audience and it's less on stage than an MC, you would say?
Well, I mean, a facilitator can be on stage or not on stage. Funny enough, my own personal style is that I'm not on the stage, even though there are a lot of very good facilitators who do work on the stage. My view is when you're part of the audience, there's this subconscious sense that the audience feels that you are part of them rather than one of the performers on the stage. I mean, the line that's often used is, are you the sage on the stage or the guide on the side? Well, as a facilitator, in my way of working, I prefer to be the guide from the side. So I'm not center stage, I'm not the spotlight for the event. You're shining the spotlight on the people who are on the stage, or shining the spotlight on the audience to help them become more engaged in the outcome for the event. Okay,
so a facilitator is an additional person to the team that a meeting planner is normally using. I think a facilitator is really somebody that can make a big difference for an event, but there is a cost. So how does a facilitator create a return on investment?
I think the facilitator is very clearly geared towards the outcome of the event. And I joke about this when I'm talking to people about costs and stuff, that, my cost is less than the cost of the chicken you're going to serve to your delegates. What's more important, the outcome or a meal? I mean, it's more complicated than that, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think a good facilitator injects energy and enthusiasm into the event without perhaps being a game show host, because I think that's a really important thing. It's very often you're doing serious discussions, so you don't want somebody who's like a comedian doing it, but that doesn't mean to say it can't be humorous where it's appropriate, and I think that's the important point.
Okay, final question. Where can people find more information about this?
Well, funnily enough, I wrote an article on how to brief a facilitator, which you can find on LinkedIn. It's got a lot of reads. It seems to have been something that people do appreciate. But they can also download it from your website as well, I believe.
The meetingdesigninstitute.org. Wonderful. Thank you, Roy.
Cheers. Good to meet you. Thanks.
Good day.